Hello and welcome back to a foreigner and family in the Philippines, and I'm back over here at the Falcata, and I'm going to do a Falcata nursery or Falcata update. And this is the Falcata nursery here. This is where we grew the Falcata seedlings from seed. It's actually seed that I had picked up in Gingaoog because I heard that's where the Falcata grows the best. Not that that's where I was going to find the best seed, and it grows really well there too, but hopefully it grows really well here. So, and these seedlings are not looking so good. They've been sitting here since we planted last year, so they've been out here for quite a while, and they've been neglected, but we have weeded them at least, and they're growing kind of skinny. And we're gonna try and, depending on the rain, if I have rain next week, I'm gonna try and fill in some spots where they're missing, where there's some Falcata that had died that got killed. But it was mainly the vine weed. It wasn't, even though it's been dry and it is hot, we've had sporadic rain, so, but it was the vine weeds that killed most of them. So yes, and there was a little issue. We'll have to see how these do. They're kind of long and skinny, and it can get windy out here, but we'll see how it does. And there was an issue of the ones that got separated here. These are the ones that got separated, and they're not sitting well with the bag, and they don't look like they're going to make it. They had a taproot and tried to kind of dig up and pull out that taproot without disturbing it too much, but this was just done this morning, and then they're not looking so good. So we're going to get a little attemt for fertilizer on there and water these guys and see if we can get these planted hopefully next week. And there are the Falcata that we planted up on the hill there. And I ended up going with 4x4 spacing. Here I'm going to go shift areas and show you where the spacing may be an issue on the Falcata that was existing. So I'm up here. These are the Falcata that were existing when we got here, and I believe these are 3 years old now. And last year, when we started planting our Falcata, they were 2 years old, and I was like amazed at how good they looked. But now at year 3, they are not doing so well. I need to actually come in here and thin these out. It looks like they used a 2 meter by 2 meter spacing, which is just way too tight. I ended up, it actually pushed me. I was debating whether I was going to go like maybe 6x6 or even 5x5 meter spacing on my Falcata that we were planting. And when I saw these, I was like, wow, they're 2 meters by 2 meters, and they're healthy, and they're growing straight because they're so close together. But now that I look at this, now year 3, they're not doing so good, and being so close to each other, they've been attacked by this worm. And then the ants, once the worm attacks it, then the ants get all into it too. It does one of these numbers. So we've got to prune this. And I've everywhere I see Falcata, I see some of that, but this is ridiculous. So this is bad. I'm going to come in here and eliminate probably half of them. Every other row and every other column, I'm going to go ahead and take that out because this is just too tight on the spacing. You know, a lot of them have died. I actually just went through here and pruned everything that I could reach, and then I'm thinking, well, I need to go in here and prune with a ladder. But this is beyond just pruning with the ladder even. This is just, they're too close together, so that worm thing just transfers from tree to tree. And I'm trying to get away from using pesticides, but this is not a food product. And I think I will use a, when we do the prune, so that way they don't transfer and then crawl up another tree, I'll look at doing the poordan at the base and maybe eliminate that worm and maybe help out with these ants a little bit, because these Falcata look terrible. Now I'm wondering if my 4x4 spacing that I used is going to be sufficient. I mean, they look great now, and but yeah, this 2x2 was definitely too tight, so I need to eliminate half of these and then see if because I don't want that worm that's just totally infected these guys running over into the Falcata that I planted last year. And that's what it kind of does. And it'll take out the whole branch, and it's just covered on all the tops of these. So, definitely got some work cut out for me. We're gonna, depending on the rain, we're probably gonna plant those other seedlings just to get them in the ground, because I have some empty spaces available, and they're just gonna go to waste if I don't. But that is dependent on the rain. I'd like to get back here. If it doesn't rain, I'll go ahead and for next week, I think what we'll do is eliminate half of these and thin this out and open it up. Then it would be 4x4 meter spacing, which would give me like a 2-year advance. Well, I don't know if they recover. Give me a 2-year advance on how mine are going to do, because then it would be 4x4 meter spacing. But that's all for now. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.